Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie Part 1. It is Sunday, July 20th, 2025, and I'm so happy you are joining us this week. Mom and I have some fun projects to share with you using the new Painterly Pears Suite from the July online exclusive. So let's turn the camera around to my desktop and get started. So this week we are using some brand new online exclusives. If you haven't been watching, make sure to go back and see some of our other videos because we've been highlighting different suites and different bundles for the last several weeks. So be sure to check that out. This is the July 2025 online exclusive flyer. You can download the link in my video description if you want to check it out. But the best place to see all of Stampin' Up's online exclusives is just to go right to the online store because there's always something new. Literally every other month we've got new additions to the online exclusives, which is really exciting. I think to always have something new coming out. Don't you think, Mom?
I do. I really do. And sometimes it's just, there's so many choices. I'm still in that mindset of I want it all.
Yes. I am feeling... I feel the same way. I want it all. And I'm finding with new products being released every other month, I just have to pace myself a little bit more and just kind of like take a step back. And so our goal is to showcase these new products for you so you can pick and choose and see like the, all the features of each one and then decide what you want. You don't have to have all of them. And hopefully the projects that we share will inspire you to use what you have at home, to create the same kind of projects. I say that all the time, but I really mean it. Like, I hope that I can inspire you using what you have. And if you do want something new, hopefully I'll inspire you with something new. All right, so there's 3 new suites as the July online exclusives. We are going to be showcasing the Painterly Pears Suite. Love these samples created by Stampin' Up that really showcase all the different elements of this suite. Now, this suite collection includes the gorgeous 12 by 12 designer paper called Painterly Pears, and it's got a lot of beautiful colors in it, including Secret Sea, Darling Duckling, Lemon Lolly, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and I even see some, I would call that Misty Moonlight, I think.
I wasn't sure if that was just a lighter tone of the Secret Sea.
I think it's meant to be, but I think you could pair it with the like Misty Moonlight. I also feel like you could put a little Calypso Coral in there too with the darker pinks. Now this one you can die cut with the coordinating dies, and I'm going to show you that today. And then I really just love this one. This has got that basic beige for the background, so I decided to tie that color into my card today. So this paper, 12 by 12, I forgot there is one sheet, this one that has like the border all the way around the 12 by 12. So when you cut it apart, you're going to get like a different bit of the frame, or use it as one big sheet. And Mom's going to show you that in her video what the whole sheet looks like, so be sure to check that out. Then we also have got this Perfectly Pears stamp set, and it has a distinctive double two-step stamping. I'm like, what's the word? Two-step stamp. So you have, it's meant to look like watercolored and not perfectly bold and colored in. So there's one for the big pear, one for the small pair of pears. And then the stem for the big one and the inside for the stem. We've got some flowers, some centers, a little splatter, and the sentiments. Congratulations, hello, thank you, friend. A good friend is a gift. The coordinating dies die cut the images from the stamp set, as well as some detailed things like the branch with leaves, this sort of, I don't know, what do you call that? Like a crosshatch background piece?
Oh, a crosshatch. That word eluded me.
Yeah.
When I was showing the suite.
It's kind of a fun little background piece. I was debating on using it on my card. You'll have to tell me what you think. And then we've got some detailed flowers, some small little individual ones, and a cluster, and 2 different label dies, a small one and a longer one. The accessories in this suite are the low profile sparkle dots, which come in yellow, green, and blue. And I purposely didn't say colors because I really feel like even though this is supposed to be Darling Duckling, I think it would pair well with Daffodil Delight. This is supposed to be Mossy Meadow. I think it would pair well with Garden Green. And the blue here is supposed to be Night of Navy Secret Sea, but again, I think it would go well with perhaps a Misty Moonlight. The ribbon is a Mossy Meadow and gold. It's got like Mossy Meadow on one side with some gold peeking through and more of the gold on the second side. It's absolutely gorgeous. This ribbon screams Christmas to me, so go ahead and pick it up with the pairs, but know that you're going to be using it for everything. Let me show you some samples with this suite. I've been having some fun. We did a mystery stamping with our team this week, and this was the card that I created. I added those Calypso coral flowers. I just felt like it needed a little bit of something else in there, and now that I've added those, I kind of want to add another green gem. I did the 2, which I know you don't like, but this one just felt like it was floating, but I think I could put it like in there. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I have 5 flowers or little clusters there, so that works. I created this one. Did you get your birthday card?
Did I get my birthday card? Oh, yes, it just came.
Oh, good.
It brought it downstairs for me. I was like, wait a minute. That card looks familiar. Yeah.
I do realize your birthday was 3 weeks ago. I was a little bit late in sending your card. But I created this one for a swap. I really love this designer paper. We were talking about that one being a favorite. It's definitely one of mine too. This was a swap card from Natalie Travis. It's got crushed curry for the card base and old olive with some stamped flowers. I love the simply stamped flowers, you know, just a little yellow in the center and leaving them white. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yep.
Here's
daisies.
Yes. Here's a swap card from Betsy Kreider, using a little petal pink for the sentiment and just highlighting that amazing designer paper. And the last one comes from Sandy Carlson. She actually just had it without the image, but I felt like it needed some pairs. And so I used some of the die cut pairs from the designer paper and just added that to her card to kind of round it out. But oh my gosh, I'm just loving the colors and the imagery in this suite, and I'm really excited about the card I'm going to share with you today. Now, I was inspired by a card I made for a special fundraiser video using my stamp set with you in mind, and this is kind of a top fold double gatefold card, and I created one like this a while ago for a kit with the 2 markets designer paper, but this one's been sitting on my desk and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need to make this card again. So we are going to make it with the pairs today. And I'm
chuckling to myself because I almost used that layout.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. So I've got the measurements. If you do want to try this card at home, you're going to need 2 pieces for the card base. The first one is 4 1/8, so that's a little bit smaller than a regular card width. Actually, I think I did 4 1/16 short of a 1/4 inch, so like 3/16. So just a little bit of a hair because I want the card in the middle to be able to like go over it. So that'll make sense in a minute when we put it together. But so this is, I would say 4 3/16. 4 3/16, which is like between 4 1/8 and 4 1/4, by 11 inches, scored at 1 inch, 2 3/4, 8 1/4, and 10 inches. And then the other piece for the center fold card is 3 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So this is going to be the piece that kind of opens up in the center. I have some designer paper. I forgot to put my sticky notes on there, but I'll add them to the video description. This is 3 inches by 4 inches, and the white is the same. So one's for the front, one's for the inside of that mini card. Then I have some other designer paper strips. These are the same pattern, 2 that are 1 1/2 by 4, and 2 that are 1 inch by 4 inches. And these are going to go on to sort of highlight and be little side pieces on the card base. So let's get this card base folded up. I'm using the bone folder to get a nice good crease. We're going to start with a gatefold. So both of those pieces come in together to be a standard gatefold card. And then the center pieces fold back. So that's our little double gatefold. Now the 1.5 inch pieces of designer paper are going to go on the outside, and they're going to go on each side here. So we're going to add those. I love how these greens play together. This is Old Olive, and then the designer paper has a lot of the Mossy Meadow in it. And the 1 inch strips are going to go on the inside. I want them to go into the very center on either side, or on the center side of the fold. Our center card is going to adhere to the bottom, and see how it sticks up just a little bit past. I want it to be able to cover these and get over that hump and still meet at the bottom there. So that's why the green is just slightly less. So let's go ahead and add the designer paper on. I got Darling Duckling. And before I do this, let's go ahead and stamp this. I'm going to cheat and cut. This isn't cheating. It's just working smart. Cutting from the designer paper for the front. But I did want to do a little stamping on here. So I'm stamping in pecan pie for our smaller pears. And then I'm going to use Darling Duckling. And I want to add some color here. And so I'm going to use the sponge dauber, and this actually still has color on it, but you could pick up some color from your ink pad, and then I'm just going to take and very lightly like tap along the edges where the ink is kind of thicker. I don't know how well you can see that, but it looks more yellow. And so then I'm going to add this, and you get that kind of what do you call that, Mom?
Well, you just kind of add some shading in a different color.
Yeah, so the sponge dauber is a great way, whether you're using the big one or the small one. That's what I did on this card here. I did the same thing with the sponge dauber just to add some color. And I actually also added some dots, and so we can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna add my dots with pecan pie. I was using Mossy Meadow earlier, and it just like the green was just, I don't know, weirdly bright, so I don't want to use the same color. So I'm going to try brown and see what that looks like. Then there isn't a stamp for the leaves for the small one. I thought that was kind of funny. So I'm just going to use some Stampin' Blends. I usually start with the light, but I'm starting with the dark just to add a little line in here. This is the Mossy Meadow. And going to add the light Mossy Meadow to blend that in. Finishing it off with some pecan pie.
Yeah, I was lazy when I did this. I just used the green.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I think sometimes the branches are green.
Yeah.
But since I stamped it in the pecan pie ink, I wanted to add
I like that.
Some brown. So I've got my dynamic colored image. That's going to go on the inside. And while I have the stamps out, I'm going to do congratulations. I die cut ahead of time a label. And so I'm going to stamp that in Mossy Meadow. Congratulations. I thought about doing this ahead of time, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to die cut the designer paper. And so I'm going to do that really quick. Now this one for the small pears also does fit on the designer paper and die cut it out. And so it's so easy to do that. So if you don't like coloring like I do, or you are just looking to have something quick and easy for your images, then die cutting from the designer paper is an easy way to have your beautifully professionally colored images. I'm going to get out my little mini machine for this one. All of these dies do fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine.
Yeah. Okay, will you bring down my black shoes? I'll send you a text. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I've got my die cut pieces here. So easy peasy, reuse those. And I don't want to lose the dies. Stick them back in there. Okay, these are going to go on the circle. I die cut this with the Stylish Shapes, one of my favorite dies. There's squares, circles, and banners. And if you are new to die cutting, that is such a great set to start with. I probably use that one more than any other. I'm adding the pear with dimensionals, and oh, I wanted to add a little ribbon behind our circle. So I'm going to I need a hand. Oh, I can't wait until we can stamp together in a couple weeks. It's gonna be so great. So I'm adding this kind of to the side, just my little loop of ribbon. And then I'm gonna add the flowers. One of them is gonna hang off the edge. This is where I was thinking about adding a little blue in here to tie in the blue in the designer paper, but I think it just makes it too busy.
Yeah, yeah. I prefer the flowers in there anyway, I think.
Well, I was gonna do them both.
Yeah, well, no, that would have been too much, I think.
Gonna add the sentiment across the flowers. Let's see here. There we go. And then I will add this on with Stampin' Dimensionals. It's going to go on the circle. The circle, I mean, is going to go on the center card. Kind of right in the middle. Make sure your congratulations are straight. And then I'm gonna add the stem. The stem is not going to adhere to the circle. It's actually going to adhere to the paper around it. That's why I didn't put it on right away. Now, if you don't want to do the coloring on the inside, you could totally just add the die cut pears on the inside. We need some bling, of course. And I don't know, tell me what you think. Should we use the green or the yellow?
Well, there is quite a bit of yellow on there. Of course, there's quite a bit of green, too.
We're going to put it on the green card base. I don't know if that makes a difference.
You know, I think in this card it doesn't matter. So it looks like you've got more green than yellow. So use some green.
Okay. I'm kind of even. The one that I've used the most of is the blue.
Oh, geez, I don't think I've even used the blue yet.
Oh, I used it on this card to kind of pull in that blue, and I'd made some swaps. But I think you're right. I think that the yellow or the green would go really well here. I'm adding tear and tape to the card so I don't go like over the edge here. And then I'm going to take that card and line it up in the center between the papers, and so that bottom edge hits the bottom of the card there.
Nice. That is a sweet card.
Does stick up a little there, but that's because it's going to go all the way over all those layers in the front.
Yeah. Nice. Beautiful, Julie.
Thank you. Let's get some green gems on here. What do you think?
Oh, love it. Love it, love it.
Oh. All right, well, there is my finished card with the Painterly Pears Suite. I hope that this fun fold inspires you. Double gatefold, top center, I don't remember what I called it. Top center double gatefold card. There you go. I hope this card fold inspires you, and that even if you don't have the pears at home, that you'll maybe give it a try with some other designer paper and stamps that you do. If you enjoyed today's project idea, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and to Mom's so that you don't miss out on any future episodes of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. It is time now for you to head over to Mom's channel to see what she has created with the Painterly Pears Suite, and to check out her bonus samples, which I love so much. So thank you for watching, Mom. Thanks for joining me this week.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
We will see you in the chat over on her video. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. See you in a bit.